So now I'm going to do my personal free reading for this weekend. Put my Buddha lamp here, but I don't think it will bring all that much light, so not that much, really. Yeah, but anyway, I will just start. These are the cards that I will use for you. And as usual, I will do a Celtic cross, but I will have to put this a bit further away then. And these are called the Wizard Tarot. Maybe I should have cleansed them. I'm not sure I will do that for you. Yeah, they were like stuck here, I don't know on what. Like honey. That maybe is symbolic meaning for that. And for this I actually put a fan in. Here also there's a question on that I had on in the bathroom for my weekly reading. But then I turned on the computer, it's not far from here, and it makes some sounds too. But yeah, because I had to upload the first part, it got an hour long, so to be able to do this one. Could have turned it off, but then I would have to wait until it had uploaded the other one, and so here we are. I don't know if you have had a reading before from someone, and if you have seen any layouts. But also I will just I will just do a Celtic cross for you and just explain the layout also meanwhile. I have to shuffle them for a while because they feel a little bit strange. I don't know why. Maybe we will need some incense here even. I think it's okay. So now we'll just cut the deck towards you, so to speak, as if you were sitting on the next other side here. But usually I then, if I did face to face, I turn the cards towards the person. So now I'll just get them towards the camera, since you see it through the camera. This is the middle card, and it represents the situation. Maybe you or this is what is blocking, and this is what can help the situation. Everything actually is related to these middle cards. Then we have a card about what you are aware of here. I have to put them on each other because it's too little space. Yeah, and here is what you're unaware of, also related to this topic. The past, something that have influenced. Closest future, often this is within a few weeks. And then this card is your attitude to whatever is going on here, and this is how others around you view it, or you, or it can also represent just one person around you, important person, how they view you or the situation. Here's your hope and fears, or hopes or fears sometimes. And this is the last card, the outcome. And this card doesn't mean that it is the end, and it isn't even a prediction in the sense that it cannot be changed. You can change, but as it looks right now when I do the reading, this is the outcome in about 6 months regarding this. But it's always possible to change, and there will be no use doing reading otherwise, really. That's kind of the purpose, so that we can become more aware of what we often already know, but to get a push in the right direction, so to speak then. So I will just start. It looks a little bit messy when I have them like this, but I think we can manage. Oh, things are moving very fast for you. This can also represent the arrows of love. And just have to drink a bit more. Yeah, what it said, this is high speed actually. Anyways, I have a little flashlight because I don't have a very good light here, but I will not light that now. I will take it when I go through them. When I have turned all the cards, I look at them, I can use that one. But this is arrows of fire. Things are moving very fast. Either it could be love, as it sometimes represents, but it can just be, in general, that is a situation. Things are moving very fast. And this is what is blocking. Well, you are not satisfied. It's a missing piece here, maybe more than one, and you need to turn your back on this and go on a new journey. Or at least so you feel. It's like, since this is the blocking card, blocking love maybe then, because these cups represent emotion and love and so on. It's like maybe I know nothing about you, so I don't read them psychically. I just try to interpret the cards, what they can maybe want to say. You may understand much better than I. Obviously, you have the keys to your own life and so on. So everything I say may not be accurate at all. But since these are blocking, I think maybe the thing is, you may be a bit restless or want to maybe change things fast because you are not satisfied with what is. And if this comes to love, maybe you are too critical, really. There is a lot of love around you, and it could fast manifest. Maybe you already are in a love relationship, I don't know, but it's something here. It's like you see things lacking. You have a tendency to see that. Maybe not everywhere, but it's some situations. You don't look at the things that really work and are great, but you see the things that are not satisfying, and then you want to move on. I'll maybe change my opinion on the first cards when I see all of them, but this is what's going to help you. I have to move on to some more. This is someone balancing a lot of things, and never mind, we're upside down some, because it doesn't matter, I never read them upside down. Some do. This is our person is juggling, like it could be two interests, two things, or it can represent more than two, it can represent many things. You have the ability to do so. You are great at doing so. So you work well in high speed, so to speak. You do have a lot of things in your hands to deal with. So it's like, as I take it right now, this can be, as I said, the cards can be interpreted in so many ways. So, but what I think now when I see them is that what can help you is, because you have a really strong need for action somehow. You need things to happen. And maybe sometimes in relationships and whatever, that can't satisfy all those needs. So you need to feel those parts from in other areas like work or interests or whatever you put your energy into. It's not that you maybe should really go away, for example, leave things or situations that you aren't satisfied with, but rather add other parts in your lives, other areas, more, so that you get the action and the satisfaction you need, because you really need things to happen. You don't like it dull, or you could maybe easily get bored. Actually, you love it when it happens. Things are happening, I think. So far here, the advice is not to leave things, but to find a way to see the good in all things and balance and juggle them. I don't know. Here is what you are aware of. The moon. This can sometimes represent a trial, and here is a woman. This can also represent a female force, and the moon is a major arcana card, and it means millions of things, as some people would say. I mean, it means a lot of things. So, but it can be also related to dreams sometimes, and to poetry, to like that realm that aren't all that logical all the time. And you are aware of this. How. This is also, as I said, it represents sometimes the great power of the feminine, the female. It could be your dreams. But also this card in itself represents some testing times that you need to go through to get what you want. So that could be the thing. These are very mysterious for me now, the cards. I will just move on. What are you unaware of? This is someone who needs rest. You may not be so aware of the need for rest. If I look at the middle cards, also wanting the action. This is maybe, I think this would be you then also, but this is someone who is extremely exhausted, really. And I've heard a story about, this should be true, I think, that horses, there are two types of reaction horses can have when they are totally exhausted. And it varies from the personality of the horse. And some horses just stop. And then they stand there until they're ready to move. You can't move them. They just won't. So they just wait until they have the energy to move on. But some horses that I think are more like you, maybe then, the more exhausted they become, I mean, if they are totally exhausted, they just, I don't know the English word for it, but you know, when they just run, they just lose it and run as fast as possible, you know, in that hysterical way without, you cannot stop them. And I don't mean that you're hysterical in a way, but I think that since this is that you're unaware of this need for rest, think it may not be easy for you to rest. Or maybe this also could be that you are exhausted. Yeah, I mean, at least you also are part of this society, if you say, or this community of whispers, and many have problems sleeping. I don't know if that's the case for you, but then we also get exhausted, of course. So maybe, but still you are unaware of this. You're unaware of how exhausted you are and the need you have for rest. You are so active. You're so active. I will have to move on here. This is the past. Here it was, it need not be parting in that sense, but it's friendships, celebrations, great time, fun times, lucky time, happy times, yeah, I must say. So, with friends, it's actually what it says, yeah. In the past, I mean, this card doesn't represent everything in the past, obviously, but related to this, you want kind of this action still, I think, that you had. Lots of fun, you want it to be fun, you want things to happen, and so on. And here is the closest future. Here is a woman, but it could represent you as well. Someone who is very satisfied by themselves, who can take care of their own life, doesn't need anyone else really for it to be satisfying. That is what it is. Or if this then is you or someone else who is like self-sufficient in that sense, or I don't know. But this is a happy place, although this one, I mean, it's very satisfying, although not as much maybe laughter and fun and so on like this. But let's see your attitude to this. Oh, this is, I think it says, it's dark, transfiguration. This is the death card, I think, in the other decks. Your attitude, and huge transformation. You want to change, I think, the outer things. You want to change the outer situations and so on. That is your attitude towards it. But I think you need to also look into the transformation of yourself, to change yourself. Not that you should be another person or so, but you want to start a new life. You want to kind of get out of the old. And then we have the surroundings there, how they view you. Here is someone waiting for a message, it can be, or it can be someone who have like sent a message maybe or something like that to you. And then from there you will see how it all goes, and waiting to receive, to see what comes out of it really. Someone, this is probably not you, but someone on your side who, I'm so sorry, I waited for that to happen, stupid computer. It's just crazy. And I have lowered the sounds, I don't know how it comes. It's just irritating. No, yeah, this is someone, can be, I don't know if this would be more than one, but here it is one anyway, at least, who wait from some, to see what will happen from this. I don't know what it is. This could be in, I mean, some things here point to towards relationships and so on, but it could be also relations overall, so it can be in business or in something like that. Also, doesn't have to be a relationship in that sense. And this is your fears or what you wish for, hope for. Queen of Cups. Well, since I do not know anything about you, not really at all, so I don't know, but here is a woman anyway, queen, a very loving one. And I'm not sure about this. It's like she sits on this man with a stone face, and if she's underwater, it's like, yeah, it's underwater. What I think this is, cups, and I mean, it doesn't have to be like a woman, but it represents emotions, cups, and females, and the softer side also represents love in one sense also. So I think she's a mermaid here. And what I think is that you hope for love. I have no clue if you have it, but if you have it, somehow it's something there you still feel is lacking, and you want to connect more, you want something else, maybe even. But this is also fear you have. This that this stone face, of this hardness will break. I mean, you have to be soft, bright, love, and vulnerable. So I think this is both connected to fear and to hopes you have to really let someone close and share your most inner emotions, and even those you may not be aware of at the time yourself. And she's very beautiful. Hopes and fears. This is like, yeah, you want this, and you are not satisfied where you are. It may be also that you don't have it. I mean, that you are not in a relationship at all, and you're not satisfied with that. I don't know. Maybe you need to first get comfortable with yourself fully and love yourself fully, and feel that your life is what you want it to be before you can open up for that. I don't know. Last card here. That would be oftentimes it is with about in 6 months. And here is 6 of Swords. They are moving from one side of the river to the next, and oftentimes this represents also transformation, but and it have been more stormy behind, and here it gets calmer to come. Still, it's like you avoid to see things. There are things you don't want to see, really. Maybe you don't want to see, I don't know, many things maybe. Both that you are a bit exhausted and that you may not be satisfied. That can actually be what blocks you also. It may not be that you should not move on, but it can be that it blocks you, that you don't really, sorry for saying this if you are now in a relationship, but you know, if these interpretations doesn't match anyway, but it could mean that you try not to see it, you keep yourself busy, and and hope it will go away, sort of, and resolve itself, or that you will be satisfied or so. I don't know. Can mean many things, as I said. Hope you understand still what it is for you. But here, the last card, then, it doesn't have to become like this, but this also, this shows a shift in perception as well, and thoughts and things. And I think this also very much shows that moving from looking to the outside too much to for what we seek or how things look, or but rather go for what we love, or from our hearts. So you are changing things. You are moving over these waters towards the other beach here, where things are different. But yeah, still there are things to resolve here. I don't think, as it stands now, I don't think you, in 6 months, you probably, it has become calmer then, but I don't think you have done the change if you don't change up now. I mean, if you see some things here, maybe that can change things, but otherwise you will be here. Still you are moving towards the change, but it goes a bit slow maybe. You are doing it still. I will just turn this one on then. So, things you are aware of. This is this card, the moon card up there, is the only card that is the major kind of card, except from your attitude that is death, which actually means new life or changing the outer circumstances totally change them. You want to do that, I think. You really want to change things. And well, this can be in dreams or that you are going through, as I say, testing times. That can be a bit painful sometimes, but you have to go through them to reach your goal here. Yeah. You're still guided on your way here. So, but you are aware of this, whatever this is. Yeah, I don't know. This was very hard for me to interpret, I must say. Here is the other major arcana card then, your attitude. Yeah, you want to change as this is also like a butterfly here, from the, whatever it's before a butterfly, It's a total change in life, and you really want to change up. You want your life to be much more colorful. You want to lift off. You want things to happen. Yeah. It's not like this person is very depressed or so by the situation. It's more like it's not enough. It's not exactly what you want, and you want to go on a new adventure to fill that gap, to find that thing that you feel is missing. And what could help you? That is this. It really says to not let go of things so much, even if you feel a bit disappointed on them, but to keep them in the mix too. I mean, that is not all things, but because you will probably be more satisfied if you have a lot of things to deal with, when you feel active and so on, yeah. As I said, I repeat myself. And here, you also need rest, obviously, but you're not really aware of that. It makes me curious about you, really, because it's so fast. Things are moving so fast. And that's how you like it. You are passionate, and you are able to handle many things. You're good at that at the same time. I think I can't say really much more about the cards now, but if you have, they are a little bit mysterious to me. If you have questions, specific questions about a topic, or if you have questions about this, just ask me and I will try to either explain what I think about this reading itself or draw some new card, not the whole layout, because I think a card is right, but then to interpret them is a hard thing. Maybe you get it anyway. Hopefully. But sometimes you may think that it is about something and you want to ask about that specific topic, and then I can draw one or 3 cards or so for that topic, just to as a guidance. But this is for now. I hope you understand some of it. Much love and talk to you soon.